teams are copying y'all. Like, it's a copycat league, and y'all are seeing other teams try and being influenced by how y'all have had success.
I haven't thought about it a ton. We just try to stay on our stuff and maximize our team. And if there's stuff we're doing that other teams can maximize their team with, then they should do it. And we take from other teams all the time. It's how you get ideas. But the ultimate pursuit is trying to get better yourself, and that's what we're focused on.
What are ways, or what is one specific way that even though you did win a championship, you're trying to do something better or different for this season, for this year's team?
A lot of things. We started Jay Will at the 4 the other day. We've never even played that lineup, I don't think, in the past, and yet we started a game with it. So we're trying to expand our optionality. I think Ajay Mitchell's play and his skill set gives us some optionality with having kind of a more traditional handler, creator, point guard on the floor with some of our other creators. We certainly looked at that. And then some tactical things on both ends of the floor. Played a lot of zone against New Orleans on Sunday, and we've mixed that in a good amount. Offensively, we tried to look at the season as like, if we lost in the second round, if we lost Game 7 against Denver, how would we be approaching this? Rather than, allowing the fact that we won it to bias us coming in. It was kind of more, if we didn't win it and we fell short, how would we have been looking at this? And we tried to look at it like that. So we're, pushing ourselves to evolve.
When you look at the Clippers and just the depth of this team, just what's top of mind for you guys, especially on the defensive end?
Yeah, they got a lot of guys that can know how to play and that are pros that, get their stuff into the game and have been doing it for a long time. So they require great competitiveness, energy, discipline, adherence to the game plan. All that stuff is really critical against them. And we'll test our ability to do those things.
How about the addition of John Collins and how he's maybe altered what they do?
It gives them a level of dynamic athleticism that's helpful to any team, certainly helpful to them. He can play some 4, he can play some 5, he's on top of the rim, great activity player, he gets some extra possessions, he can shoot. He's a pretty dynamic player that I think is a particularly good fit with their team, especially like a Harden, Leonard type team.
And then offense in the half court against those guys, I mean, they're just so veteran and have kind of all the tricks on that end. What are going to be some key points for you all execution-wise?
Yeah, same as what I said defensively. You're just not going to outthink them. They're too experienced. They're smart. So you got to use your legs. You got to use your force. You've got to be sharp and disciplined. But you're not tricking them, on either end of the floor. So you just got to. It comes down to your fundamentals, and it comes down to the execution of your stuff, and that's what tonight's going to come down to for us.
See Lou Dort's here, and Chet's here. Those guys feeling good about tonight?
Chet's playing tonight. The other guys that we listed as questionable all of them went through shoot around. We'll see how they're responding, and then we'll make a decision before the game. But Chet's in.
Yeah, see J-Dub's on this trip. How does him being on the trip, even though he's still recovering, what does that do for y'all, and what does that do for him?
I think it's good for his mental for sure. Just being around the guys, being around the team. It's good for us. It's great. He's a great personality and guy to have around. He's a great member of the locker room, member of the team, and we can get him some work. Either before games or on these off days. It's not like the particular work he has to do requires being back in Oklahoma City like some of the other guys sometimes. So it's great having him. We love having him here. It'd be better having him on the court, but we're getting there.
How much does Chet help with his size against their size?
Chet helps every night, regardless of who we're playing against. Anytime you get somebody back there just swatting all the shots, that's very helpful. And, he helps offensively too, with our current situation. He's worked on his game, and we found new ways to try to unlock him a little bit offensively. That's gotten off to a really good start, but it's great to have him back.
Can you talk a little about AJ's journey? Because, he spent so much of last year watching, injured, and what that brought, and suddenly he stepped into a much larger role for you guys this season.
I think it started before that. It started, he was playing rotation minutes in the first game of the season last year for what was a very deep team. And it was because of how he performed in September and in training camp and summer league. He was very clearly someone that we had to account for at the beginning of last year. And he played 30-something games. It allowed him to get some miles underneath him and learn the league a little bit so that when he sat, he sat with the contextual awareness of what it was like to be an NBA player and play in NBA games. So I think he was still able to learn and evolve even though he was out. Obviously, I think anybody being around a playoff run like that and getting some minutes, spot minutes at times, is good for them. And then he was able to take that wisdom into his summer. He got his body really, really strong. He got his game, tighter and better. And he came out firing this year. He's had a really nice start.
You mentioned optionality. Just how valuable is it to have a guy like Caruso who's able to defend up to even some bigger opponents? And just what does he do so well that allows him to do that?
I mean, he can guard everybody, and we got a couple guys like that. I think the range of who he can guard, the range of who Chet can guard down, the range of who Dort can guard. I mean, Dort, if he was healthy the other day, he would have guarded Zion, and he also takes all the perimeter matchups. Cason can guard much bigger guys. AC and Dub, obviously. The versatility, Shea, the versatility of these guys are what allows us to be really, really broad in what we do. And we try to take advantage of that. We try not to be very rigid so that we're learning all those things, remaining unpredictable, stuff like that.
Good? Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
How your hands so good?
Great detail guy. Big detail guy. Big detail guy.
How your jumper so nice?
We're working on that.
How your IQ so nice?
When it counts.
That's all that matters, though.
All right, real first question. Come on,
You know when
guys.
it counts, guys.
Come on.
That's the one lesson I tell y'all. It's like,
What's it been like to have a rookie like Brooks come up and you see the archetype of player that he is and how you come along? What's it like kind of getting to work with him this year?
It's been fun. Burt's a great teammate. Great addition to the team. I think just as far as his want to get better, his competitiveness. Those are things that when you're new to a team, I think are really important. Just because you don't have that humility to understand you got to get better, and there's things that you can learn. And he's been a sponge. He's been asking probably the most questions out of anybody. I guess we don't have that many new guys, but he's been very vocal about asking questions and trying to get better. And he's been a great teammate so far.
Just when you look at the Clippers depth and just the amount of guys that they can deploy offensively, just what's key for you guys defensively tonight?
Yeah, I think just being good at our basic stuff. When we, limit teams to one shot, pressure the ball, don't give teams free throws early in quarters, get to the bonus early. We usually are a pretty good team, and you just gotta make it tough on guys. They got Hall of Fame guys, bona fide scorers, so just making it tough on them and then playing together. Use five guys.
And I wanted to ask you about Cason defensively. Obviously, a guy who's known to be a really good defender, but from your perspective, how have you seen him even develop more as a defender even this season?
Yeah, he's starting to get. He's starting to anticipate a little better. I think off ball. I think on ball he's always been really good. I think off ball he's starting to understand movements a little better, seeing plays happen, before they happen. Which I think last season, even this season, still he's on the ball. You're loose with it in front of him, he'll probably just take it. But now he's getting passing lane steals. He's getting coming off pin down, getting his hand in deflections. I think he's doing a good job of just recognizing actions before they happen.
Chet always makes an impact when he's out there, but he's going to be back tonight with their size. How much does that help?
Yeah, it helps a lot. I mean, you add a player of Chet's caliber to any team, it's going to help you. But for us too, just helping us rebound, because a lot of times we're playing 3-4 guards that are 6'6" or under. It helps us just clean up possessions, and then obviously whenever we can get out there, just force everything to him in the rim. Like that helps a lot too.
You mentioned going into the season with the mindset of still being the hunter rather than the hunted. You guys have a chance now to start with the best start to a season in franchise history. Not that was the goal, but do you feel like that's a testament to that mindset?
Yeah, it might be. It's also just a testament to like our competitiveness as a team, our depth as a team. Because I don't know if we've had. We for sure haven't had all 5 of our starters from last year because Dub's been out the whole time. Lou's missed games, Chet's missed games, I've missed games, Cason missed one. Like a bunch of guys that played a lot of minutes for us in the postseason and through last season have been missing. So just a testament to the depth and kind of the talent growth of the skill growth of some of the guys that didn't play a lot of minutes last year that are back again this year.
You mentioned Cason. What do you think about the All-State hands?
Yeah, we're trying to get it going. That's where it originated last year, because it's a great play on words. You're in good hands. That's where the the logo of us doing that does. So we're working on it. We're starting All-State, Queso All-State. I don't know how we're gonna work a nickname into that, but for now it's just the good hands celebration.
You mentioned on-ball, off-ball defense. What do you look for as far as like effective off-ball defense?
Yeah, it's just recognizing patterns, understanding different scenarios that are going to come up from the offense, whether it's a pin down, a ball screen, a dribble handoff, a skip pass, like different things where it's like once you realize the ball's under control, that's when you can kind of be aggressive in those areas. And a lot of times with our team, the guys who handle the action take care of it because we're a good defensive team, so it allows the other guys off the ball to kind of be aggressive.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Thanks,